everyone, hi every spirit, Daria here. I wish you are enjoying your day. I wish you are enjoying whatever you are doing. And today we are going to be doing how to calibrate your spaceship Cancer Sun in specific, but if you want to relate this to your moon, if you have Cancer Moon for example, you can relate this instead of what you pay attention to, how you want others to see you, how you see yourself. This will be how you feel, how you create moods, how you manifest, how you care for yourself and others, and what you attract. So the sun is what you push out, right? So right now we are going to be talking Cancer Sun. And Cancer Sun, what is Cancer in general? First, it is area of the fourth house, meaning that Cancer was born out of the fourth house, meaning that this is all about familiarity, all about being comfortable and being able to create a family, and not specifically in terms of blood or where you were born, but that is in the first stages, but then it's your ability to create a family for yourself, no matter from where you are, how different you may be, create a family and a sense of comfortability and people, places and things with whom you feel comfortable, familiar, and be able to create a family, a foundation with someone or some things. So that is Cancer in general. And what is Cancer then formed out of the fourth house? The Cancer constellation and all of the stars that form the fourth house are cardinal water, meaning that you like to create and create new ways to feel, create new ways to care and connect, create new feelings and emotions. And by you having Cancer Sun, you like to push out, you like to pay attention to creating new feelings and emotions, and you like to others to see you as being able to create new feelings and emotions. So you are like a very clear waterfront where you are always pushing and being able to clear the waters just by you pushing out and expressing yourself, paying attention to certain things, and you are always bringing that new water, new freshness, which what happens when the Cancer Sun gets too much into creating their emotions and feelings or expressing them. Many times you might be, if you are paying attention to the wrong ways to create emotions, your emotions and feelings, and expressing them, you might start to be toxic or be seen as toxic, as a Cancer, a Karen, caring too much for something. So you are always pushing off that certain vibe, certain way to express your emotions and feelings, which that is on the negative side of Cancer Sun. And that's what happens when you are disbalanced, when you are going too much into a certain area that might not be for you, and so you start to become toxic to yourself and by default to your surroundings, because we know that water signs are the ones that create the environment, the mood, the ambiance in the room. And so by you being a Cancer Sun, you by default like to pay attention to, that's what you want, you like to express your emotions and feelings and how you develop the emotional connection to something, or a way to feel about something. So when a Cancer gets disbalanced, you might go and yell at someone, or go out in the store, and just because there wasn't no diapers that you usually buy there, you start to make a whole a whole thing in the supermarket, and people already start to back away from you just because of you pushing off so many emotional damaged feelings, and just you expressing your emotional damage you are affecting the whole mood in the room. So how do you balance that energy? And like many times you might be caring not only for, you know, this type of like silly you going out of your way to express some emotional flunked outness, but many times you might care too much for someone, or you might get too emotionally attached to a certain specific thing because you felt familiar with it, but now it's time to let go, and you might get too attached to something or try to rectify it in a certain way just by you might think that just by you feeling a certain way you can change that situation, and many times it might just be a a separation, and that other person might not care for you as much as you care for them. That's the aspect of the moon that was born in the 4th house in Cancer. That's where the moon likes to be in, and that is just the basic aspect of the moon caring, bringing a connection, a sense of familiarity, bringing a sense of stability. That's when the moon gets exalted in Taurus, but specifically Cancer is all about creating that emotional connection, being able to emotionally comprehend someone, emotionally understand someone. And many times Cancers might care for someone without seeing the reality of things. You might get too blinded by your own emotional stance on something. So how do you balance that when you start to feel like you are paying too much attention to that care, to your own feeling and sense of familiarity, and you start to cling too much to something that might not be real? You go to the opposite side of Cancer, which would be Capricorn, right? Cardinal Earth. And just by you making that 180, you are going to the furthest point of your natal chart, and you are able to look at yourself from a 180 perspective. So you can see yourself from an outside perspective, from a complementary opposite perspective. So you can see yourself from afar and see what is that which you are paying so much attention to that is making you flunked out, that you might be using your mind, your sun, for something that it's not made for. You are paying too much attention to something that you have no control over, for example. So by you going into Capricorn, the Capricorn house that you have, Capricorn in itself is you creating practicality, you initiating and creating new ways to be practical, make sense, create stability, foundation, create some form of business, growth, creating something that has potential. You see potential in something and you are able to make it work. That's all about Capricorn. And Capricorn is the feminine side of Saturn, which is creating limits, boundaries, structure, practicality, realness, being real. And just by you going into that area of your natal chart, you are able to see whatever you are paying attention to. You can retract from that and see it from the outside, and see it from a more real perspective, see yourself from a more real and stable, as well as creating limits and boundaries on what you who you let into your space, who you let affect your emotional stance on something, and how you push your push out your emotions onto whatever you are paying attention to, right? So then you can be more real, have more limits and boundaries, so that you can let the right people, places and things into your life, so you can care for the right people, places and things for you, and be able to maneuver your emotions and feelings and let continue expressing your emotions and feelings to the right people, places and things, and create a real family besides your bloodline or whatever, or the people that you were growing up with, you are able to really create the family that you see yourself in, and really be able to feel familiar and creative, with a sense of connection and purpose to the right people, places, and things that you do want to be paying attention to. And yeah, with Cancer here, the moon only has only has Cancer as its ruler, so there is no real counter to it, only maybe the Sun being Leo. So by you balancing the Sun and Moon aspects, by you using the Sun energy for you to be more expressive, be more light, and be also more fixed on your own way to express yourself and be confident in your choices, in what you pay attention to. And just by you going into that Leo energy, just by you going more into entertaining and knowing what you like to, what type of things you like to entertain with and be entertained by, be able to be the star and show up for yourself, and be able to express what you like, what you're creatively into, and be able to entertain others, and be able to entertain the right people, places, and things that you are comfortable with, aka Leo, using Leo to improve your Cancer like spaceship. Okay, so this video was way shorter than the other ones. I think I divagated less much, and that I didn't said the same thing over and over. That happens to me too much. So I think this is it. I wish you enjoyed. Quite a short video for you to on the go be able to balance yourself out and be able to reflect and recognize where can you balance out your expression. And I will see you all very soon. Daria is surfing out, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out my description down below to access my link tree, as well as Esoteric Cloud Surfers link tree. And I wish you have a beautiful day. Shout out to you, shout out to my soul group, and shout out to the Pilot Man and Esoteric Cloud Surfer. I will see you all very soon. Bye.